beating heart of an empire that once ruled the world. Thousands of years of culture have turned this city into a theme park of historical attractions, serving up some of the most delicious food on the planet. Everyone wants to come to Rome, and I'm guessing so do you. But the crowds are getting bigger and bigger every year. Has Rome become the ultimate tourist trap? I'm Ricky Moreno, and I'm going to show you Rome's most popular tourist attractions and reasons why people say,
I love Rome!
Amo Roma!
Amo Roma!
I love Rome!
Welcome to Rome. When you arrive at the airport, there's no need to spend all your money on a taxi, and why waste all your time on a bus? Just hop on the Leonardo Express train here at Fiumicino Airport. 14 euros will get you into Rome in 32 minutes. Just follow the signs in the airport for the trains, and you'll be at Roma Termini in no time. Well, 32 minutes.
Please note, remember to stamp your ticket before departure.
the Roman Colosseum, a monument of bloodshed and testament to brutality. Now just a skeleton picked clean of its former glory throughout millennia of change in people and ideas. It was the pinnacle of competition and the birthplace of the champion. Undoubtedly, the first thing that comes to mind when most people think of Rome is the Colosseum. And 2,000 years later, it's still standing, and it's just as popular today as it was back then.
Rome's tourist attractions, especially the Colosseum, draw millions of visitors every year. So don't be surprised when you get here and see lines that stretch on forever.
You could be standing in line for hours and possibly not even get in unless you plan ahead by buying a ticket online in advance and reserving a time slot, allowing you to skip the lines. Try to plan ahead as much as you can, since even the reserved time slots fill up fast.
Right here in this arena, gladiators would battle it out, often to their deaths. Lions and all sorts of other dangerous animals would pop out of trapdoors, mauling the fighters from behind. All this, of course, for the amusement of the crowd.
50,000 people could pack in to sit in attendance with the emperor, deciding the fate of the fallen with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Admission was free, but seating was divided by class. The rich and powerful had the best seats, while commoners filled in the nosebleeds. With all the wild beasts and skilled fighters brought in from all corners of its vast empire, Rome could really flaunt its power in these public spectacles of death. Since the Roman Republic was founded, this forum was used as the main city center, a central marketplace, a gathering space for triumphal processions. Daily shopping was done here, elections were held, senate meetings, public speeches, religious ceremonies. Most of these buildings were destroyed after Rome fell, abandoned and slowly buried under centuries of earth. It's only been about 100 years since this whole area was finally brought to light, becoming the tourist attraction it is today.
Entrance to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill is included in your Colosseum ticket. And even though it's all just ruins, as you're walking through, you're still able to imagine what life was like for the Romans so long ago. And what we see here today is the excavation of the original street level, bringing the heart of ancient Rome back to life.
Some bruschetta pizza pie, some spaghetti meatball, cacciatore and the tiramisu, and some pizza with the cheese.
Italian food, arguably the most beloved cuisine across the whole world. So simple yet so delicious. Take your time to appreciate the amazing food Rome has to offer, where the house wine is cheaper than soda and olive oil flows like liquid gold straight onto your pasta.
Grazie. Buon appetito. Grazie. This is cacio e pepe. It's a classic Roman dish you'll find all over Rome, and its two main ingredients are just cheese and black pepper, and this is my favorite pasta dish in Italy. Oh my God, that's amazing.
One tip when looking for a restaurant in Rome, get away from the tourist attractions. And if you see an English menu on display, keep walking. Just by getting a few blocks away from the crowds, you'll be rewarded with much higher quality at much lower prices.
Prego. Hey! Buon appetito. Grazie, grazie. Okay. This one is pasta pomodoro. Classic Italian dish. Just tomatoes and basil. That's all you need. This one's my favorite. And I wish I could try all the pastas here tonight, but I'm getting pretty full. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love Italy. If you're wondering how I'm able to eat so much good food while I'm traveling and stay so fit, it's the walking. Rome is a very walkable city, and you'll find yourself doing a lot of it while you're here. It's basically a big open-air museum. In fact, there's so much history just hidden in plain sight all around you. If you blink, you might miss something.
You'll never run out of things to see. And the majority of Rome's attractions are within walking distance of each other. And it's okay to get lost. You're sure to stumble onto something amazing. But if you do get lost, it's easy just to follow the hordes of tourists to the famous landmarks like the Trevi Fountain. They draw huge crowds for a reason.
They say that tossing a coin into the Trevi Fountain will ensure your return to Rome. And I want to come back again and again, so I'm not taking any chances.
The Rome Metro is one of Europe's smallest with only 3 lines, the A, B, and C, but it connects most of Rome's tourist attractions. So if you're tired of walking or want to get to another part of the city quickly, it only costs €50 per ride. And you'll find that your trip to Rome will go a whole lot smoother and cheaper by booking a place to stay near a metro stop.
It may be worth it to buy an unlimited metro card for however many days you'll be in Rome. Having to stand in ticket lines and carry around small change each time you ride can get old pretty fast. But with a metro card, it's much more convenient to just go in and out, even if it's not saving you any money. It also works in all the trams and buses in the city, and I'd say that's a pretty good deal.
Beware of pickpockets. In case of need, ask only Trenitalia staff for more information.
Rome has earned itself a bad reputation for being a haven for pickpockets. The unrelenting crowds are a breeding ground for petty theft, and carefree tourists are usually the target. Use common sense and always be aware of your belongings, and you'll be fine. It's much better to take a little extra precaution than to risk ruining your trip with a stolen camera, purse, or wallet. Don't be a statistic. If Rome's endless crowds of tourists have exhausted you, head out to the countryside and rent a bicycle to cruise the Appian Way. For being so close to the historical center, it feels like it's a world away. This ancient Roman superhighway was the first of its kind, and at this perfectly preserved section in Appian Way Park, you can travel along the same road that was used by the ancient Romans. The original stones locked into place from thousands of years worth of chariots, hooves, emperors, armies, leather sandals, and now you and your bicycle.
Amor Roma is the place for me. Amor Roma, the best of Italy. Amor Roma, so much here to see. A Roman road will take you to the place you want to be. And when you get there, you will find you never want to leave. So rent a bike and ride around the ancient history. Hey!
Within the city of Rome lies another entire country. In fact, it's the smallest country in the world, Vatican City. It's home to the Pope, St. Peter's Basilica, one of the finest collections of art in the world, and is by far the most Catholic place on earth. It's free to enter St. Peter's Basilica, but keep in mind they enforce a dress code, so wear your Sunday's best. trip to the Vatican isn't complete without climbing the 551 steps to the dome of the largest church in the world. You can pay a couple extra euros to take an elevator part of the way, but there are still hundreds of tightly winding steps to get to the top.
So many people visit Vatican City every day to tour the museum and see the Sistine Chapel, but I'm here for a very special reason. I'm here to see the Pope. The Vatican has an official website with a schedule of appearances and details on how you can reserve free tickets, and this rock star Pope of the People draws big crowds.
That's it.
Rome is truly a place of wonder, being one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world with the crowds to prove it. You'll still find space to live out your perfect Roman holiday. And for me, there's still one last thing I have to do before I go.
Buonasera. Una pistachio gelato. Per favore, in a cone. Grazie. There's no words in English to describe how amazing Rome is. But in Italian, I'd say fantastico.